Your primary purpose right now is to focus on yourself. There are a lot of distractions. The world really needs the leaders, the healers, the way showers, the light workers to focus on the healing that's required so that they can step into their gifts more fully, so that they can own and embrace all of these amazing, unique abilities to be able to help humanity. I know there's so many people out there who are in your audience who want this, and they keep getting distracted by all these other things that are happening. And you have to bring it back to yourself and figure your shit out. So your healing might even be expedited. So just bring it back to your body. Where is it that you're feeling this pain? And start to investigate, get the help so that you can become part of this collective healing for the world and for humanity.
Hello, everyone, and welcome. I'm Jennifer Blackard.
And I'm Leonka Reina.
And this is the How to Hustle Mystic Morning Show. Today we're talking with Theresa Nguyen, and we are talking about dragons and dragon consciousnesses. When did we have our first session with her? Probably a year ago,
Yes.
like November,
Yes.
December.
Teresa, we've known you for a year. Hi, Chica. She's on already. But we have a couple of announcements. Go ahead.
Before we get started, I'm really excited. Today's really going to be an energetic call, and I really want to take you into this energy of dragon. But before we get started, we've got a little morning brew with, as a former nutritionist, I've been sharing some of my homeopathic ways of healing through taking vitamins and supplements, acupuncture, and
all the things.
And I've been collecting these things and just talking about them. The first one I want to share is the one I shared last week because it's been insanely popular. This is the best probiotic, I believe, on the market. And I use it basically when I just feel like things are sluggish inside. It's called this biome. I have a link on our Amazon. It's at amazon.houthustle.com if you are interested in better gut care, better poos. And the second one that I take on the regular, now that I've hit perimenopausal moments, I really like this ashwagandha. There are a lot of ashwagandhas out on the market.
Yeah.
I've tried a lot. I've even put the ashwagandha root in my shakes. This is the one that really seems to work, and it works fast, and it also really helps with some of those excess symptoms. This is just a really good quality one.
What is it called?
It's at Organic India, and it's just their regular ashwagandha, and it specifically says that it's for healthy stress release.
Oh, nice. Stress, and was reading a study, is over the course of a really long study, has been found to be one of the number one ailments and just truly life killers. Like it really takes off full decades of people's life. Stress alone, that's it. Not any of the other heart attacks, anything else. It was all comes back to stress and what that does to the body.
There's physical, mental, and emotional stresses. There's like just breaking your arm is a stress.
Oh, very good point.
They call it a stress factor.
That's right. Very good point.
All right. That's what I've got for morning brew with Woo.
All righty. For Mystic Space Weather News. Today's Mystic Space Weather News, just wanted to mention that there will be a new full moon. It is the Beaver moon that is expected to peak the illumination at 8:19 a.m. Eastern, Wednesday, November 5th, 2025. So over the night, we'll see this bigger, larger moon, but it will do its full peak. So go ahead and put out your crystals, your things to be, do your moon water. We have a little bit of a blog and it talks about the moon water, some really cute images that we put together about how to make some moon water and have it be charged. And again, just if you don't know how to do that, just put an intention is really the biggest thing here. We are the creators of our lives. We know that we say that as cliche, but it always is the truth. Now, so be sure to do that and then bring those back in and just allow them to help your creation, your intentions come to fruition just by simply making those intentions and then having the belief that you really do change things. Shine a bright light on your life. since it is the fullest moon that we will have this year.
Yes.
Yes, and a little bit of controversy for y'all. The Three-Eye Atlas, which we've been talking about, Three-Eye is the third interstellar object to enter the solar system, and it is right now hidden behind the sun. But the Harvard scientist, Dr. Avi Loeb, has fueled speculation that the Three-Eye Atlas could be an alien probe. Now, the bigger thing, and I've been talking about this the entire time, but the bigger thing here, and the speculation around that, and the controversy around that, is NASA has the most sophisticated scientific technology for viewing this interstellar object. And the only downside is that they've been closed through a shutdown. The New York Times and a couple of other publications have talked about the Harvard scientist Avi Loeb has fueled the speculation that it's very interesting how NASA science is now becoming the forefront of this conversation. Why are they quiet? Because it really only takes just the scientific community, which why are they specifically, NASA specifically, very quiet during this time? They are blaming it on the shutdown, but it's not necessarily that they need a whole press release in order to do this. They can do this on their own.
Correct.
Because normally scientists want to. So there is a concerted effort to be a little bit quieter in releasing some of this information. In fact, it also says that during its journey, recently they have observed that it's doing some really other things. It's changed its course in gravitational strategy, and that's not the exact terminology, but basically there are a couple other anomalies that are happening more recently, even more an extra glow of blue, very many things that, yes, other scientists who continue to say that it's just a comet will discredit, but it is worth looking at and just playing with that kind of energy and seeing what you can read into it. I also believe that we have the ability to connect in if you want to, if you feel safe. You always say, always invoke the highest light. Then you can go in and make your own connections if you feel so inclined. See what you find, see what your guides are telling you about it and how it might, these different energies, no matter what it is, whether it's the moon or whether it's an interstellar object in our solar system, how can it can support you or what you can learn from it, because we're interconnected with everything. And that's what I've got for Mystic Space Weather News.
All right, Theresa, let's play with some dragons. When I first met you, and I had this connection with dragons, but wouldn't like step in and really go there. And what I know about you is you have had this willingness to go to places that we just sometimes resist. And I wanted to talk today about resistance and how letting in this dragon consciousness can really change a lot of people's lives, especially when they're fighting or controlling or resisting things in life.
And before you answer that, I just want to give the audience a little bit about your background and just read a little bit of your bio, just a couple words so that they know who we are speaking with today. Theresa is a Dragon Channel energy healer, well-being thought leader, and a speaker whose mission is to reduce human suffering. She helps people transmute their fears so they can feel empowered and alive again, living their best life through the power of dragon energy. Theresa believes it is everyone's birthright to live a life fueled by purpose, igniting by passion, and her superpower lies in guiding individuals to open their hearts, release emotional burdens, and look within themselves. She encourages them to see past mistakes and personal stories as a source of strength to transform their future and create next level success, whatever that may look like for each person. Welcome, Theresa, and thank you for joining us.
Thank you.
Hey, friends. So great to be here again.
Oh my goodness. Every time that I'm in your presence, my dragons seem to get a little louder. And we've had these conversations that our dragons aren't the same kind of dragons, but it's very cool being in your presence because I feel today, and I don't say this about many speakers, but you might have been the one that gave me permission, that allowed me to really open the door to what is this whole dragon stuff about. And then my channel just came on and it came on clearer and clearer. And now I feel like it's a daily conversation with my dragons.
Awesome.
Were you resistant to even stepping into the mystical way before the dragons came into your life?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. I'm still very analytical, even though I'm a dragon channel. It seems so contradictory, but I still question and I still doubt and I still overthink even today. But before I even stepped into spirituality, I was taught, like probably a lot of people here, that there's a heaven and a hell, and you don't mess with anything outside of your religion because you're going to go straight to hell because God's not going to love you, God's going to punish you. And so that was my conditioning and that was my programming. It was how I was raised, and that's what I believed and how I lived for over 3 decades of my life. And so, of course, there was so much resistance because how do you undo that when it's
Mhm.
like your whole belief system? That is how you have been living and speaking and behaving based on those values and the rules that were set for you in your life. And when spirituality was introduced to me, it was a slow, painful process. It wasn't quick for me because I would dive into it and then something would scare me and then I'd like scatter back and then I
Yeah.
would just cut
Yep.
myself off of it. And then when I was ready, I'm like, okay, I'll just a little bit more. And then something would surprise me or challenge me or frighten me, and I would scurry back again.
Mm.
But it wasn't until I met another channel. So I didn't know what a channel was. I didn't know anyone who channeled anyone or anything. I went to this event and it was two people who channeled angels. And I thought, oh, that's cool. I don't know what this is going to look like or what's going to be, but I feel safe with angels. I come to the event and it's Nicole and Amy. They're my very good friends now, but at the time I didn't know them. And Nicole is a trance channel. So basically, what she does is she allows spirit to come into her body and speak through her. She leaves her body, and spirit is
Mhm.
basically within her vessel. And the way she channeled freaked me out so bad. The way she would tone, but the way she tones is like loud and really intense. I was like right smack dab in the middle, front row. As soon as she opened her mouth, I was like, I need to get out of here. I'm
Yeah.
so freaked out right now.
Yep.
What is happening? And then she channels Archangel Metatron, who is like crazy intense. And she's speaking with this accent that I've never heard of before. And I'm just like, my body, my nervous system is just going crazy. It's like fight or flight or freezing. Like I'm frozen right now. But at the same time, I'm like, this is the weirdest thing I've ever seen. I think that is what gave me
Mm.
permission to eventually be in surrender because watching Nicole channel, yes, in the beginning it was scary, freaky. I didn't know what was happening. But because she previously was my mentor after that first exposure, because not that I wanted to channel, I just wanted to strengthen my intuition. But because she was my mentor, I started getting to know her. I got to know her energy. I learned from her. And even after we ended our mentorship, I still didn't want to channel anything. I just wanted to relay what I would receive and communicate it to others. I didn't want anything in my body, any kind of
Sure.
experience like that. It was just way too weird and wild for
Yes.
me. But I will say I believe it was that moment that just opened the door just a little bit for me to explore a little bit at a time. The more exposure, I feel like I got to that type of channeling because both Amy and Nicole are trans channels and we've become really good friends over the years. The more I gave myself permission to be able to do it, because I realized then all those subconscious beliefs about how bad it is, like how evil it is, how
Yeah.
crazy it is, how I wouldn't be able to get out of it if something came in me, conscious and subconscious beliefs started not to influence me as much because I felt safer. I know these two people now very
Yes.
well. They're trans channels, and like
Not
they've showed
crazy.
me like this is what you do to stay safe. This is what
Yes.
you
Mhm.
do to be a clear channel. If something does come through, then this is what you do. So it was a lot of training, it was a lot of exposure. Then I think that's why I was able to surrender. It wasn't because I was just brave. No, it was an exposure to it something that was constant in my life so that it could become safe for me.
I am so glad you asked that question.
I love this topic lately. When I started this work, I remember being in an event and somebody was doing something that I didn't really understand, but it made me feel light and free and spacious. And my arms started coursing. I was like a flapping or something. And I was sitting on my hands. And he was like, "Would you like to come up and participate?" And I'm like, "No." And hearing you talk about it, because we've seen where you were on the mountain and they had their hands on you and your body was shaking and you were an allowance of it. And you just seem like a person that would have just dove in head first, jumped in the water.
I didn't know you different if you hadn't shared.
I'm so glad you shared because we really have to take this in bite-sized pieces, and people that are entering this because they've had personal development things or depression or anxiety, I think they've got to have a place where they can meet us.
And I think that thank you for being so vulnerable, you both, because it really gives us a place where we can use our own experiences to feel the same. We can see your experiences and be like, oh, I totally relate. Oh, I'm totally the same way. Oh, I was raised that way. I remember the first time I channeled Nostradamus, saying that name still is just a little bit different for me. But when I first did, I was like, no way is this real. No way is this happening. And through research, I really started to understand the whole thing and through the bigger project. But if you have no experience with a trance channel or channeling in general, it can be very jarring. And here's the thing. Do you find that there are more people that are a little bit more resistant all the way around, and have they maybe not wanted to open up their intuition altogether? Or what do you say to people like that? Because my worry is that I'm raising my hand, right? Like from my own experience, I'm raising my hand and then something really strange happens. And then I just want to run and retreat, like you had mentioned. And what if I never came back to explore it more? I feel like I would have missed out on a whole bigger piece of my life.
Yeah. When you say that, I think about my mom because my
Yeah.
mom was incredibly clairvoyant as a child. Her visions saved my family from getting
Wow.
captured from the communists when they first started coming in from the north and took over North Vietnam. But as an adult, and I don't know when it was, I think she said maybe around 10 or 11, she just stopped because she wasn't interested. But it was really her fear of God punishing her. So
Oh,
she
wow.
stopped all of that, and she has never desired or wanted to tap into those spiritual gifts ever again. And so my perspective on that is that there's no right or wrong.
No.
There's no right or wrong decision. It's whatever you choose to do. And I feel like we all come with such a variety of unique gifts. We get to choose what brings us the most joy, what we love to do, what revitalizes our energy, and we can be in the expression of that and how we live our lives.
Absolutely.
And yeah, for those people who maybe have had a taste for what their intuitive gifts might be, but it's just overwhelming or scary or unfamiliar, or maybe they didn't really believe that it was real, and then they just decided never to come back to it. I also think there's a part of them that will, that part of them, like it doesn't die. I think there's still a part of them that part of them that still they allow to participate. Maybe they just don't label it as an intuitive gift.
Oh,
Label it in a way where it's like very safe and like non-spiritual.
in a way that makes them feel, and the word I used was safe, the way that makes them feel, in a way that makes them feel more safe about what they're experiencing,
Yeah,
however
and
they need to label it.
because it's the label that they give
Yes.
meaning to.
Yes.
And people will say spirituality makes me think about religion. So then I'm like, give it a different label then.
Yeah.
Either give it a different meaning or give it a different label. Because if you
Yes.
want to explore spirituality, but the specific name is triggering you, then just give it something else.
Yes.
Yeah.
Words are codes for each of us and how we define something. And it's why I always come back to, yes, even the name of our show and stuff is all redefined because it has a new codex. But if we are afraid of the words that we're using, that coding, that the way it's landing within our energy system is the blocker, not necessarily the true meaning. It's the meaning that we have given it.
Yeah, because talking to somebody in frequency, I
Yep.
feel like this is a good segue to really talk about how sometimes a frequency or code through our words is literally just a new energy that we haven't yet experienced. And sometimes those new energies are the biggest things that we're resistant to.
Because we want to give meaning to it.
Yes.
Everybody wants to understand
Oh, yes.
everything. Get at it. I do too.
Yes.
I want to
Yes.
understand everything.
I think that's a huge that people want to define things in this world and then hold it.
And they want you to explain it. So how do you explain like light language?
Yeah.
You can't. There's not a way to scientifically explain light language. Like, where is the data to show that this comes from the spiritual realm or from within your DNA? People resist it sometimes because they don't understand it. And I keep telling people, like, you don't have to understand it. You just allow it to flow, allow it to be like an expression of the sound that your body wants to make, the sound that your cells want to make, the sound that your heart wants to make, because we don't want to judge that. We just want to experience it. This would be like the first time you've ever allowed your body, your soul, your organs, your cells to speak.
Oh, I think you just explained it. I never heard it explained that way. And I was thinking, we know that it works because it makes us feel lighter.
Yeah.
Like it's fun. It feels light, right?
Yeah.
But I like how you explained it even better. It's an experience of you that maybe you're resisting.
Yeah, absolutely. Because I don't want to make assumptions. I'm basing everything that I say on my own personal experience. And I don't want to project. When you do weird shit, people are going to judge you and people are going to criticize you. And then you have all these feelings and thoughts of being rejected. Like,
You do.
my husband's going to leave
Real
me. My
talk.
kids going to make fun of me. Like, all sorts of things. My friends.
Yes.
Oh,
Yes.
yeah. And
yes,
some
my
of
love,
those
yes.
things might be true because I have had
Yes,
friends like
yes.
leave because
Yes.
this is not for me. And
Yes.
it's okay.
It is okay.
It's okay.
Yeah.
Because I've done that with friends too, where their energy has just been
Sure.
not in alignment with the types of people that I want to surround myself with.
Yes. I agree with that too. And that is also a restructuring of where your life is going. And sometimes it doesn't even have to be a whole I lost friends. It's okay, what we're doing together has just become less and less. And you can still love and reach out to them or however that looks like. But sometimes our life requires us to have a new circle of friends, a new match of energies, a new people. Remind me to talk about how being around channeling people also activates your channeling. And maybe that's what your soul was requiring of you. But you're right. Doing weird shit can feel really weird to others.
Yeah, you've got to decide, is it worth doing the real shit and actually showing it off? Or do I keep it private so that I don't have all that judgment and resistance and other gunk? Or do I just walk through the dragon fire?
Yeah.
Ooh.
Well, there's discernment too, right? The right audience. Obviously, you're not going to walk into a corporate meeting.
We need to, y'all. We need to take a page up in there. But
These days, people are saging shit all over the place.
We'll go arm in arm. Oh, we can have fun here. It's the show of woo. But you're right. Like it is, you have to be in discernment over your audience. One of our mentors always said, just for me, just for fun, never tell anyone if that's how you feel about it. Like you don't have to run and go tell it off the mountains if you're just not ready there. You can have your own experience as you decide how you want to share this. And really what I've found is just by being in my own authenticity, people come and ask me what I'm doing. I don't have to always broadcast it even before we even even started the show, people are like, what are you doing? Your skin looks so good. And I'm like, yeah, it's awakening.
They're going, what are you doing channeling on this podcast? They're like, what are you doing? Your skin looks great.
I speak with Theresa. Oh goodness. And from there I'm like, yeah, it is spiritual awakening. These are the things I've changed in my life because of it. And then now it became the show. But you're right. You're the audience. You don't have to go in and just be like, you gotta change. Because I think that I find a lot of people will come to me and they're like, I was telling such, and then they gave me such a hard time. And I was asking them to change. And I'm like, that's the first thing. Let's just calm that down a little bit, because you don't have to run out and force this upon everybody else either. I know we want the best for everybody else around us, but that can be also a little bit jarring for them.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, absolutely.
What are your thoughts?
I was that righteous friend.
Yeah. Yeah. And I have been too, right? Like I have been too, because I wanted so much more for some of the people I love so much. But when I realized, and through mentorship, that it's not always for everybody, that it can come through whenever we all have free will, and whether or not we want to raise our hand, seek it out. Some people just not ready in their life. And then those same friends, I promise you, are all about the chakra healings nowadays. At first, they used to just give me such a hard time. And they're like, even my aunt, she was like, I totally believe, she's such a Christian. She's like, oh, but I believe in you. She was like, I know that chakra healing works. I know. She was like, I got my sage. I'm like, you go, Thea.
We've got a chakra program with the frequencies. And I feel that for me, everything's become about frequency. Okay, guys, quick pause. We've got something really close to our hearts to share with you today.
Yeah, that's right. If you've been feeling off, or like your energy is scattered, or you're just not feeling like you, we got you. We know we both had those days.
Yep. And that's why we've had chakra harmonics created for you by a sound engineer. It's a 7-hour sound healing journey that's truly been a game changer.
Yeah, it's super exciting. It's 7 tracks, each one an hour long, specifically tuned to each chakra. And we're not talking about just relaxing. These are sound frequencies that truly shift things.
Yeah, one of my favorite ways is to use it while I'm reading.
It is all about the frequency.
And I used to roll my eyes, like I think around the time The Secret came out. It's like, what are you talking about? No, it's you need to do these actions to manifest things. Now I feel, no, it's all this inner work. And when you follow the frequencies, when you follow it in every single way, including like when my hands are on a body, like where do my hands need to be? Where do they need to move? How do they need to move? And just be an allowance of all of it. It's almost like the universe just comes and says, you got this. Just be my puppet, basically. Yeah.
I think once people start practicing getting outside of their heads and just allowing their bodies, their voices, and not think so much about what they're doing, the more they practice that, less weird they'll feel about their gifts or even their perception and perspective of people who they used to think were weird. It's all just redefining what's normal.
Sure.
Would you say that's almost a practice that you now do? Like just putting your frontal lobe to the gone, bye-bye.
Oh, yeah. I mean, it's so hard though.
Yes.
It's constantly on.
It's a practice.
So I'm always having to like continue to reframe or continue to bring myself back, because we're in different stages and phases of our lives right now. It is a slowing down for me, but there's still a lot that I'm thinking about.
I know.
Because I'm slowing down. So I still find that to be a big challenge. Like there's only once or twice in my entire life when I have consciously been aware of nothing in my head. And that was the most amazing feeling I've ever had. I'm like, no, don't even go there. Just allow yourself to be like blank. And it was the most bizarre thing, but also, I don't know how to describe it. Peaceful is not even a word for it. It was just an incredible feeling. But I've never been able to do that through meditation, if I'm totally honest with people. Like I'm always either going somewhere or fixing something. It's never just blank.
I think a lot of people have that and they get frustrated with meditation because of that reason. And what would be your advice for someone like that? They don't have to go full on in channeling
Yeah, they have
either.
fun
Yeah,
practices around it.
nobody's perfect like that. I don't know
Mm.
anyone
No,
personally who is able to just turn off their brain for half
I'm
an hour
so
and
glad you were
just like
saying
have
this.
it be empty. So this ideal that we're supposed to obtain, I don't think that's realistic for a regular person or even for an advanced channel. Once you're in channel, like if you're in trance channel, that's something else. But let's just stick to meditation, for example. I think it's a normal thing for our brains to want to think, for messages to want to come through. And it is for you to decide which messages come through and which you allow to just stay in the background. So you don't have to be forcing yourself to go into total silence, but maybe if there's a message of love or a message of joy or something that helps to create some lightness, then to allow that in and to allow that frequency, that energy of joy to reach you. But if it's about what you need to make for dinner or a meeting that you have to go to, then allow those thoughts just be like, okay, I'm going to get to you later. Please more
Yeah.
joy, please
Yes.
more happiness, please more excitement, whatever it is. So that's where I would start, at least. If my mind is continuing to run, I'll ask for more thoughts of the things that I want to feel or
Oh,
experience.
I love that.
Yeah. I was thinking sometimes I'm blank on ideas but that's more like writer's block. That's almost the exact opposite. Like your nervous system is so high and you're like, I have to do something. And that's probably another layer of us needing more of this work to like align and harmonize and drop our nervous system and really come into the essence and the being of who we actually are.
Yeah. I find myself there a lot, Jeneth, where
Yeah.
it's like the blank where the ideas aren't there or like the things I need to do. And I just sit there and I stare at the computer,
Yeah. It's
you
like,
know, I
I know
mean,
I need to do something.
so yeah, no, I get that. But I think like what you're saying, it's overwhelm, really.
Mhm.
It's like there's
Yes.
so much that we are putting on ourselves that needs to get done. And all that heaviness doesn't help with being able to get the clarity that we need in order to accomplish whatever task that we want to
Mhm.
complete at that time. But I'm not going to pretend that that's life.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I definitely want to give the audience a chance to experience your work.
Yeah.
And I think one of the best ways is if you felt comfortable maybe doing a little bit of channeling or some experiencing your work, showcasing
Yeah.
that.
I wanted to add to it. Do you do some of these activations with a specific intention in mind? Could we do one on releasing resistance
Oh,
or
yeah, we
releasing
could.
writer's block or whatever it is, or whatever
Yeah.
the dragons want?
Let's do an
Yeah.
exercise of opening your channel. And so
Mm.
I
we'll
love
just do some
that.
toning and I'll give you a little bit of instructions.
This will be fun.
Yeah. And so then we can be a little bit more expansive with our energy and be able to receive the activations more efficiently and effectively. And so I think what we'll do is so the dragons are saying maybe a better idea would just be for clarity, like crystal clear clarity.
Oh, I like
Oh,
this.
That'll be
yes.
for the activation. So I'm going to demonstrate what toning is. And then, anyone who's on here or listening to the replay, you guys can also do the same. But I like toning to be able to increase my frequency, my energy, and my vibration. And our bodies are really dense. So this is
Mhm.
a really great way to help calibrate those two energies to be able
Love
to
that.
receive. Toning essentially is holding a note for a long period of time. But when you're doing that, you are really expanding your throat chakra, your throat physically as well, so that the frequencies of light come into your head and through your throat, especially if you're a channel, and down into your body. And you're not going to keep that light in your body. You're just going to allow it to flow through your body and into the earth, because we also want to connect to the earth to stay grounded. So we're just like toning and bringing it down into the earth. We're receiving the earth life force energy. We're going to tone 3 times, and then I'll go into the activation. Okay.
Love it.
So what you want is to mouth wide and see if you can like move your throat around, your neck around a little bit, to open up your throat a little bit more. Because when you tone, you want it to sound expansive. You don't want it to sound constricted.
Okay.
So this is what it sounds like when you do not have an expanded throat. Ah, it's like you're straining your throat. So when you're toning, you want to expand it, and this is what it sounds like. So what you want to do is almost press the back of your tongue, press it down so that there's an opening in the back of your throat. And then when you tone, you really want to use the depths of your belly. Light through your body, open up your throat, let the sound come from your belly. It's going down into the earth. Just let the light come through and we'll do it.
Yeah.
All right. We'll do 3 times. Ready? Sakotut oi trai taka ena etakare etakuru etoko etakrai etakwala takrai sai it's krut kuto it's krai takari tikit kuto hai takare taka hai takrut kuto ko la 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 nai it's krut hoi takare takare tako atakare taka ai takara etakrai sai etakai takni etakare kula la ai takrut it's kni ko la la takari takari sakaroi takrai etakana takare tako la la karai takari. So ototo kola da kata ita tadi ita kata kata ita kata kata tuku titikiri takarai takai takai la atkani tuku tukui sa otsat tuku ola ati takai la sai wala la la ite kia ye kokolata hai na iti sa kola takai takani na it's kola katai takik takota takai tukana na it's kotaki it's krut koto takai tenene na tuku ala hayata na otsokota tai tiki itekanene na wala hai takai te takai sa o wala kai takai kwai takai ti nu tsutu takai so ku sa kai kotaka ai kakana kataku ataki la hai la it's so la atakote it's ko ya ko wala na ai you kai ta hai atkai la kai la asakto so ko hai wa na it's ko hala la hwal hai kola katia na yetsakahia na ito o katakahala katakay itakay na kautsukuhala kaya la 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 ikuala nikti etakay na itakay sa kut katake itakay itakana utakatukola takidi so kutu tu 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 Nei, it's corrotto, it's corretto, carai. Sacrai to coach,
So I guess the question to the audience is, do you feel lighter? What changed with this experience?
Forgiveness. Forgiveness for some of the stuff that like I've been worried about or just kept feeling, oh, that's going to cloud my connection. And I really heard, no, silly. You can forgive yourself for any pieces and all of it. And that holds just forgive yourself. Basically, there was a piece of myself that I would want to judge. And it was basically like, no, silly. And just, you are always in the highest light and give yourself forgiveness. Your connection cannot ever be severed in that way. And I thought, oh, okay. Because we create these weird reasons for not having clarity, period. And I said, okay, what is it that you would most want me to share in any of the capacities? And could I have more clarity around that as well? And just that piece of there is no place where you have to self-judge and have that be the severance because that doesn't exist. And I thought, oh my goodness, okay, thank you. Yeah, that was super powerful.
I do feel clearer. I feel like the noise is gone and I can just be here and be clear.
Yeah, and I think that's one of the things I love about light language, just light language in general, is that you don't have to put a meaning to it, right? This is just you receiving a vibration, you receiving energy, a type of energy healing for whatever it needs and wherever it needs to go. And without having to explain everything that's coming out of my mouth.
Yes.
I just know that it's going to do what it
Needs
do.
to
Just
do.
when you're in a healing session, facilitating or holding space for a client, oftentimes you just end up doing what you need to do. You don't really know why you're doing what you're doing necessarily, but whatever you did, even though you cognitively or logically, or there wasn't a specific message in terms of why you needed to place your hand in that area of the body and do this weird movement with it, but they come out of the session sharing that there was a particular place in the exact place where you placed your hand, where you did that weird thing, where there was a big release because maybe there was a memory that came up. You have to trust yourself, as anyone who's watching, or anyone who's watching the replay, when you can't explain why things are happening in terms of your intuitive gifts, you just have to trust your channel. You have to trust your body. You have to trust that it's coming up for a reason. You don't need to know now, but you have to play it out. If you want to know, you have to let it play out, because if you stop, then the story ends there. And that's fine if that's how you want the story to end. And there's, again, like we were saying, there's no right or wrong, good or bad. But if you are the curious type and you are the one type of person who wants to continue growth, who wants to continue expand, who wants to make an impact, who wants to help people, then that's why these gifts are showing up. There's a reason, there's a purpose for it. None of us are here to do this alone. None of us are here to help change the world, help change and shift the frequency of humanity and consciousness alone. Like, we're all here as a big ass team doing it together, but
Yes.
you need
Yeah.
everyone to do it.
Yes. And we all, because we all have our own signature resonance, our own specific little piece, like we are, and I wouldn't even say a little, we're infinite beings, but for some amazing reason, we all have that specific piece. Don't everybody on this call, everybody that is listening to this replay, we are all a reason to be here at this exact time. And we all do this in a very unique way because none of us are the same. And that is the most beautiful thing. I just want people to know that they have their own purpose, like they have their own
I
reasonings.
love that. And if you're called and if this is exciting you and you've got this level of resistance and this is exciting you and then you get this level of less resistance and it's exciting you, clearly you're being nudged to explore it. If you think of everyone having a frequency and that toning like really gave my body like a full vibration inside. If everyone has a frequency, we're all a part of this beautiful symphony.
Yeah. Yeah. So beautiful. Oh, you guys are muted. Oh, there we go.
Sorry about that.
You guys
Oh,
are muted.
any questions for you on the chat? If you wanted to raise your hand, maybe we can write some in on the chat.
Some of the responses are just beautiful.
Yeah, yeah.
Can you tell if I'm a two-woman-led father of the walking for the birthing of Jesus or Yeshua?
Oh, that's a little bit of a different
Yeah.
question. I think that came from Stephen Elk. They could ask that on the other chat as well.
Okay.
And that might be something that we specifically have to answer with him. And I don't know if we have the time today since we're getting close to the hour.
That would be a question to ask on Thursday's show because she really truly does.
Oh, she works
cool.
with Yeshua
Yeah,
and stuff like
Yeshua.
that. Let's see. Can you tell if I'm too soul led? Let's see. I was specifically asking about the feelings that you're having with the work that she has brought forth today, or can you just comment in on anything that you, so Renee says, my palms are hot from the activations. Any insight? So like a question around that, yes.
Oh, yeah, you have to, that's energy coming out of your body. So you'll want to use it. You can use it on yourself. You can use it on the trees. Is there anyone who's in your surroundings right now where you can actually place your hands on them or be able to use that energy that you have right now? Yes, on yourself or your cat. I bet your cat would really like it.
Oh, cool.
I think your cat would really resonate because that energy, it's moving in you. So it's a healing energy. It's a healing frequency. So you can use it on yourself or whomever.
Awesome.
Yeah.
That's fun.
I often am like, okay, where do my hands need to be? It's funny, I have this thing going on where I want to keep almost turning the page.
Mm.
I don't know what that is, but that activation made me want to do.
Oh, interesting. I've heard people want to turn the impression.
It almost seems like a page today.
Oh,
Oh,
wow.
yes.
Probably
Interesting.
there was
But
a conversation we had
just came
offline that I think that has to do with about how all the world is a stage and many people play roles in our lives.
Most of it's
people
done
say?
on Zoom. Yeah, most of it's done on Zoom. And then I'll do in person if it's a client that I have known for a long time or at any of my like retreats or the in-person ones, obviously.
That's right. And you do those in Dallas as well, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, I have that circled. We're also in Austin. Let's see. Another person said that they felt the field beneath and above and below. And another person said something about purple and very lax with purple coloring floating around. And of course, the purple is a lot of that color of the healing and of the spirit realms.
Yeah. What was the first comment that you said, Leonka?
There was, somebody said chocolate. I feel like I want chocolate.
Oh, yeah. Okay. So you need
That's
to
a
ground.
frequency.
You
need to ground.
Never heard that.
What, chocolate's a frequency?
No.
Chocolate grounds you.
I didn't know that chocolate grounds you.
Yeah.
Interesting.
So that's probably why you're craving it.
Oh, that makes sense.
Well, it is made with a bean.
Yeah, that's what makes sense.
Dark chocolate if you can.
Yeah. Get some cacao beans in ya.
Gotcha.
Have a cacao ceremony. I wanted to, when you have sessions with people, What do those look like, and what do people usually walk away with?
Lately, the clients that have been coming to me are people who want to work with dragon energy. They come because they had an experience and a dragon appeared to them, and they're like, I am really interested, but I don't know what to do with it. I don't know how to connect with it. Or they're a lot of times they're healers who are starting to work with dragon energy, and they want to go a little bit deeper. They want to be able to
Oh, I love
not
that.
necessarily a trans channel, but semi in a way. So it'll vary, but the theme there is that people want to connect with dragon energy. So typically they'll come and we will, based on what like my team says, we'll do some sort of sound activation. So it always has the light language, but also will have an instrument, some other sound frequency, depending on their dragon lineage or the dragons that they're working with. And then there's always going to be some healing that needs to be done. The thing about dragon energy is that the ones that I work with, it's not like a gentle energy. And they also understand that the people who are coming are people who can handle that frequency. They will come in a little bit more, not forceful, but it's just a stronger, more intense energy. And they'll start really going through each of the chakras and bringing up a lot of the trauma that still needs to be resolved, because that really is the key to our continued expansion, especially if we're wanting to say, okay, because if someone wants to step into dragon energy, this is another level expansion. It doesn't just happen. There's so much more internal healing that needs to get done, things that you have been avoiding. Like they will not let you avoid that shit anymore. So you're leaving feeling expansive and high and amazing, but at the same time, there's so much work to be done after they leave the session. And that all comes after the activations that occur after the dragon energy healing session. I share with them what comes up. I share with them the things that the team has allowed me to see. And then they go home and they work on it. And then a lot of times they'll come back because one session, especially if you want to work with dragons, is not like enough. If you want to work
Yeah.
with dragons, you have to continue to be in that space, learn how to connect with them, and have someone to help, them understand the process and things like that. But it's pretty intense. If I have a particular client where I don't go as intense because I know her body can't take it. But for the most part, most of them I go all out.
Nice.
So I'm like,
As deep as you'll go.
I'll go pretty, when I say intense, it's what I just did, but 5 times more intense. I'm really like, I'm in trance and I'm calling my guides, I'm calling in all of the dragons. They're coming in and out. There's a lot of people and energies in that space to be able to
Wow.
help this person. So be careful what you ask for. And it's not even to break them open, it's to obliterate the box that
Yeah.
they have put themselves in. You can't feel safe anymore because things are different now. Like the safe as in terms of normalcy.
Yes.
You're not normal anymore. You don't fit into the normal box
Yeah.
anymore. So this is where you begin to figure it out. Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
beautiful.
Wow.
And
Well,
thanks for I always say this every time, Theresa, but thank you for raising your hands for being that
I know, my
way
God.
shower. One of the information that I got from Nostradamus was that many more way showers were going to start emerging and showing us different ways in which that we can be with these energies and have much more information and understanding our places that call us to be a little bit outside of our comfort zones, but that also give us that healing and freedom that we have been asking for. And I know for sure that you were definitely one of those way showers that have raised your hand, even when it was a little bit uncomfortable, like you explained to us today. So thank you for that.
You can choose to be the way shower. I never wanted to be, but I had to choose it in
Yes.
order to be it.
Free
Yeah.
too. Yeah. I know you put a special offer together for How Hustle listeners. So I wanted to just briefly share it. And we talked a little bit about sessions with you. Do you want to briefly share a little bit about the program here?
Yeah, we've talked about evolution and expansion. And one of the themes that the Dragon Collective, which is the team that I work with, have continued to talk about is abundance, the energy of abundance, and
Yes.
the allowance of money, and helping
Thank you.
you to create these new beliefs and create a healthy relationship around money. What this bundle is, it is three of the dragon activations. So one clear chakras, one to clear negative energy, and one to attract abundance. And it's a compilation and layers of dragon light language, frequency, sound, music, and energy. It all works together to help basically your energy field to be in an expansive and healed state in order to receive. And then there is a 7-week money mindset course. You'll get it all at the same time, but I highly recommend you do just 1 week at a time. Each week there's a video and then like some questions for you to answer after that, just so you can start to become aware really of the truths, the fears and the beliefs that you have around money, the ones that you were taught, the ones that you believe now, and the ones that you choose to believe now. What are the new thoughts? What are the new beliefs that you choose to have now? And then the last
That,
one is it's a 30-day money abundance workbook,
that's,
abundance shift workbook. So you have to download it and
mm.
then you can type in it.
Oh,
Okay. So
cool.
make sure you download it and then you can type in it. But it is supplementary to the money mindset course. Again, it just continues to help you to dig deeper into where your money stories come from. Because we know if we have more money, we can help a lot of people and we can do a lot of support in helping other people.
Yes.
Yeah. What's the time commitment on this? This sounds like a really big course, but we didn't put,
Oh, it's
like,
not,
is it video? Is it an
it's,
hour a day? Is it
oh yeah, it's like a 5 to 7. I guess I can't remember. I think some are 5, some are 10 minutes. So
okay?
the videos are not long. And then in terms of the reflection and the questions, I wouldn't say it's that long either. It just depends on the week, but I would say anywhere from 30 minutes to 45 minutes.
Okay. So definitely digestible.
Yeah,
Yes,
yeah.
yes,
So you can ruminate on it
yes.
during the week and journal when you need to.
Oh,
I
I love
love
that.
that.
Sometimes I get overwhelmed
You
when
know,
you're
7 hours.
Oh, I don't like to create courses like that. I like to get straight to the point and just give people what they need. So I like short and efficient.
I
So,
hear you.
I love
yeah.
that. And there's some dragon activations in that
Yes,
too.
so that will really be helpful as well because as we were talking about before, the dragon energy will help you to see the things that you have been avoiding. And the things that you think that you've healed from, those will come back to the surface and you'll tell yourself, but I already did the healing. The news is there's still more and it's okay.
Yeah.
That's just the way it is.
Yeah.
Your healing is required for you to be able to expand. That expansion is required for you to be able to attract.
Yeah.
So that's how it all works.
Love it.
Wow.
If you want to experience her course, it's at outhustle.com/Theresa. I'm like going to go check it out because I want some dragon frequencies to help me with money.
Yeah, for sure.
Yes. Yes.
Wow, Teresa, your energy is just light. And it seems every time we have you on, it just gets lighter and more playful and really open.
Yeah,
I feel
thank
like this
you.
conversation was really open and vulnerable, and I appreciate you so much.
Well,
If
I
you want
appreciate
to,
thank you for having me
yeah.
and allowing me to share all of this.
If you want to check out some more of Teresa's work, you can also do that. We have other interviews that we have
Mhm.
had Teresa on, and she's gone into a lot longer of some of the
Yeah.
activation that she's done, and it's really in depth. And we also share her story. So you just have to Google How Hustle on YouTube and just search for Teresa in that. And we've had her on a couple of times. Teresa, you have been such a guiding light for us.
Yeah.
Do you have any parting words for us today?
Your primary purpose right now is to focus on yourself. There are a lot of distractions. The world really needs the leaders, the healers, the way showers, the light workers to focus on the healing that's required so that they can step into their gifts more fully, so that they can own and embrace all of these amazing, unique abilities to be able to help humanity. I know there's so many people out there who are in your audience who want this, and they keep getting distracted by all these other things that are happening. And you have to bring it back to yourself and figure your shit out. So your healing might even be expedited. So just bring it back to your body. Where is it that you're feeling this pain? And start to investigate, get the help so that you can become part of this collective healing for the world and for humanity.
Thank you for that.
Thank you. See, that's why we don't pre-prepare, because it came there.
I know, because then all the energy comes together and this is what the dragons need to say.
That's right. No, thank you so
you.
much. And I'm so glad that you divinely shared that, because I feel like it's so timely right now.
Agreed.
I couldn't agree more. So
Yeah. Thank you
Bye,
guys.
everybody. Bye, ladies. Thank you so much.
Anytime you're looking for a special offer, you can find it on the live page. It's houthustle.com/live, the experience. But the special offers are always there. So go to houthustle.com/live, and you can find the special offers. They're also in the YouTube descriptions, the show notes on the podcast.
So next Wednesday, we will have Mystique. And so make sure you mark your calendars. It is November 12th, Wednesday, November 12th. For those who may not know what she's speaking of, if you're interested in joining us for a free pass to see what the Mystique is all about, we will open that up to you for next Wednesday. Just email us at team@howhustle.com. That's HAUTEHUSTLE. And we will get that to you. One of the things I always say is that your channeling abilities, your psychic abilities are heightened whenever you are around other people that have their abilities turned on. And so whenever we are in these really cool group circles, we are able to not only help each other without saying words. You will find that your clairsentience, your clairaudience, your all-knowing, your intuition, and even your channeling abilities will come on a lot faster, and you'll start to get messages because you are in the arena of others who have theirs on. Just Theresa explained how hers came available whenever she was witnessing her friend. And same for Jeneth when she talked about hearing Theresa do her channeling. That is what we have, and it's just more tenfold, if you will, within this more private group and setting. So that's just what we have to offer for you.
And it's just, it sounds like from the way she said, it's just a mastermind once a month. It's a way more than that.
Yes.
You get 10% off special offers.
Yes.
You get priority access on any of the calls that we're on. So if you want to ask the speaker a question, you always get priority access. And there is so many other benefits
There's a
to
Facebook
becoming
group, everything.
to joining us at just $37 a month.
Yeah.
So if you're called, plus we have this massive discount going on, and we'll keep that up through the 15th now. So you can experience it on the 12th. And then you have a few more days to choose if you want to get an annual pass. But you can find more information at houthustle.com/JOIN.
We want to remind you that a portion of the proceeds does go out to, we support women and youth related causes. Right now we're supporting riseandup.org. It's started by kids. They refurbish laptops and tablets to take in, and they give them out to other students in need for health and wellness. So again, just wanted to ask that you would like and subscribe, comment. We have the YouTube channel, and you can find all of our interviews there and all of the current season on houthustle.com/live. We have a new summit coming up in January. Those dates start on January 6th. Is that 5th?
Yep.
January 6th, 5th. And that whole week, so we'll have 3 speakers a day, just like we do. And we do have our live event this weekend. So if you want to join us, if you're feeling the call, you can join us at houthustle.com/event. I always want to remind you that you are the best part of everything that we do here. If you have any questions, if you need support, please write us at team@houthustle.com. We'll find some way to make sure that you stay a part of the community. We're always doing this as a free resource, and we will always be here every Tuesday and Thursday live. So join us up for any of it and all of it. We thank you so much.
Fabulous. So have a great day and take a little time to enjoy the Bye, everyone. We'll see you on Thursday. You're not going to want to miss that show. That's with tarot astrologer and celebrity psychic in Ball. So please mark your calendar for Thursday.